Probably my biggest concern with the nowadays, I'm always a little worried about saying that again, I sound like the get off my lawn thing. But when I started training, and I'm not going to make it sound like it was better when I was doing it, I'm not going to go down that route. But when I started doing it, it was you either were a big box gym or you were a private training gym. There was no CrossFits, there was no OTFs, there was no, we had spinning, but spinning was at gyms. And then maybe a few years later, you started with the speed school places that targeted the kids. And then it became like the music industry. You go to the music, and it's like whether it's hip hop, it's this type of hip hop, it's this type of dance music. Then it just became like you're very, very, very specific. So when I started, my typical day, I started training fighters in 2004, by the way. It was called NHB at the time. You remember that. And my typical day is I'd have a figure girl, 2 groups of seniors, fighters come in, everyday fitness clients, a hard case in post-rehab where someone's in a wheelchair. This was my typical day. So I had to be diverse. So now you actually can become less diverse because people now seek you out. They go, well, I want to be a power lifter, so they go to the power lifter gym. And it interesting is a lot of people are actually great coaches within their thing, but you take them out of that, and let's say you lose your job. And now you got to go in the private sector, and you might be working with people you might not want to. Everybody want to work with athletes and driven people. But where the money is, and the everyday individual, right? Normally over 40, they got some bumps and bruises, and they're not training to be elite at anything. Exercise is secondary to them. I joke, I say it's adult PE, but I'd rather them do it with me than some other person who's going to hurt them. So in that case, you do have to be a little more diverse and adaptable, and adapt on the fly. Because if you're a trainer, this happens to you every day. People will come in on Monday, and you got this nice workout planned out, and they go, my old college roommate who was my tennis team person, we played tennis all weekend. My legs are killing me. Can we not do legs today? This is an everyday thing with trainers. You got to ball up that nice periodized program and throw it in the garbage and come up with something on the fly that still builds on, that you can still build off of.
For sure.